tests find nothing wrong with Limbaugh's heart. How about with his soul? Can they test for his soul? This is the Savage Nation, 1-800-449-8255. I'm frankly sick of the Limbaugh story, frankly. It's like, the boy who cried wolf. Well, either it was a heart or it wasn't. So what was he in for? What conclusion do you come to here, Rush? Let's stop the crap already. I'm sick of the Rush Limbaugh sympathy hour here every minute. When I thought it was a heart attack, I came in figuring give the guy sympathy. Now the chest pains are nothing, and it was a blessing. You going to believe this garbage? So what was it then? Well, nothing wrong. So what was it? There's only one conclusion that we've all come to, and I'm sick of it already. I'm sick of this garbage. Because he's a conservative. I got to kiss his butt? I'm not going to do it. No different. Government media complex. It's all one and the same. Jeffrey in Ohio, welcome to the Savage Nation. What's on your mind?
Dr. Savage, since it's the end of the year, starting a new year, I just wanted to call and tell you my favorite show that you've ever done. I'm a business owner. I usually tape your shows in the evening, then I go in very early to work. I listen to them the next day. It was September 25th of 2007. I have probably listened to this show about 40 times.
Wait, hold on. This is like me watching reruns of my favorite TV shows. I can watch certain rerun segments of The Sopranos 10 times. So what did I do that day?
What was so nice is what was going on in the news was Ahmadinejad was coming and speaking before the UN. Ugh. You were absolutely on fire. You said what everybody felt. You didn't want to hear any more about mullahs or Mahdi's or the Quran. And one of my favorite lines that you said was, they can put a shoe bomb in his pie hole. And another great one that you said is there were some really stupid callers that day. They were obviously Jew haters who didn't even know anything about history. And you talked about them don't do anything but gargle with Rogaine, so you grow your hair they'll grow hair on their larynx, and you don't have to listen to
I used to use that line, go gargle with Rogaine.
Absolutely hilarious. What was so neat about the show, though, is everything you talked about. You talked about Kevin Spacey, Danny Glover, kissing the ring of dictators. You were absolutely on fire, and what I like about you is when you get mad, you get mad. You raise your voice. And so many other commentators, they talk blasé. They could be talking about a Holocaust.
Yes, right. Today, 3,000 people died in a bomb attack, and now let's break to an ad. I know. I hear the same thing. You don't know what you're listening to, like drug addicts.
I'll tell you what, one of my favorite things that you do, when you talk about the sheeple, and you have all the sheep with their bells blanging.
Oh, guys, do we have the sheeple sound? Here's the sound of the Democrat voter coming up.
That's it.
Here's the Democrat voter. Obama's doing the best he can. Give Obama a chance. He's a young fella. You got to give them illegals a roll to legal citizenship. They all come here to work. Give the Muslim with a rocket launcher the benefit of the doubt. He's probably just a collector. Don't arrest them when they have jihadist writings. It's against the First Amendment. I think I know what you're talking about.
You got to put it on as a ringtone. That would be a hilarious ringtone. The sheep. Hey, another one. And during that show on September 25th, 07, you mentioned a book, and I actually went out and I bought the book. I read it, and I was glad that I had read it. It was, I believe, God, Jews, and History.
Oh, by Max DeMont.
What an excellent book. It gave a great explanation, and for a lot of people who don't realize how many Christians died during that period, I found the book very, very enlightening.
Yes, and he was a Jewish scholar, and he himself researched the Holocaust in great detail, and he confirms that between 5 and 6 million Jews were slaughtered mercilessly or worked to death by Hitler and his German friends, and that approximately 1.2 Christians per Jew died. In other words, 7 to 9 million Christians were killed the same way in the camps, and people don't know this. People do not know that. They don't know that the Nazi regime turned on Germans as well, who did not salute Hitler. That's what we're getting at here, Jeffrey.
Absolutely, and I think something you had mentioned then, and it just reminds me, it's even more true today. Those who don't know their history are condemned to repeat it. Santayana,
Georges Santayana, the Spanish philosopher. Well, Jeffrey, it's a pleasure to have such a fanatically loyal listener. What's the name of the show? September what? The date?
September 25th of 07. Hey, let me tell you one other quick...
No, I'm going to send you a free copy of Banned in Britain, first of all. I want to thank you for staying on the line, Jeff.